We should technically be live. What's up, Senior Dirtface? How are you doing today? Welcome, everybody, to a random casual stream. We've got a lot to do. I've been away hanging out with the family, taking good care of them. And we just had a new baby girl. So if you're hanging out with us live, thanks. If you're here after the fact and you're watching this in some kind of form of an archive, thanks for checking out. Just as a quick announcement before we kind of start diving into the content itself, we've got just been having a huge amount of growth over on Twitch, and we're coming up on 7,000 followers. So the top pinned link here on YouTube is for Twitch. Guys, in the description as well, we have our Twitch link. Chris has been live Monday through Friday, like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we'd love it if you could help us get to 10K followers over on Twitch. No pressure whatsoever, but the links are there in case you enjoy more live content as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. We've got a couple of plans, a couple co-streams, and things like that coming up here, at least as a part of the schedule here shortly and soon. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting y'all's feedback, playing some games with you guys, and so much more. So let's go ahead and dive in. If anybody feels like they want to jump in with me today, I'm really just kind of trying to run as much as I can. And what's going on, Aruri? Thanks for dropping a wave in chat. I have been busy. We just had Elizabeth, and so she is starting to sleep. She's just a gorgeous little new girl, but I'm a little bit behind on games. So Julie looked at me and she's like, "Go, Brian, go. Why don't you go play? Why don't you go stream for a couple hours? I got the kids." So I need to knock out as much as I can regarding Final Fantasy here in a short bit of time. I might do some gathering, might just kind of make this a real casual and chill stream. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And if I miss, trust the plan. Thanks, Tanker. If I miss a question or things like that, just be sure to tag at Work to Game, or feel free to ask multiple times. That's always in the cards. Let's jump into some raids real quick. I believe I've got an Eternity and Umbra knocked out. Perfect. Litany and Antimorphous. And I'm coming in as a tank. I have been really enjoying Gunbreaker. I got my shiny. Got my shiny weapon. It's gorgeous. I love the design of it. Like, that just looks so freaking amazing. Let's just show that thing off a little bit better. Oh man, totally worth it. Lots of stuff. Am I only streaming YouTube though? Right now I'm on YouTube and actually on Facebook because I can multi-stream without any kind of risk. What we've actually seen, and the reason why I'm on Facebook right now and not on Twitch, is that y'all have really shown up to stream, and we're not asking for help in terms of a partner push at all yet. But we're around. We're just like 500. Like, y'all have been showing up like for Chris's streams like at 100, 110, 120. And so obviously our average has gone up, and it's like, wow, this is getting close. But we're looking at it and we're like, let's just have fun. Thanks for the follow, PC Warlord, over on Twitch. Appreciate that. And so essentially I told Chris this weekend, I was like, well, I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to stream, but if I do, I don't want to go wreck it, because at any moment in this stream today, Julie could call, and that's the end of the stream. Now, she said that I have till noon, which I think is plenty of time to knock out enough stuff in this game. But I would hate to sit here and like be the guy who just kind of pops into Twitch and just like tanks the numbers for Chris, and then we end up, because like we hit the numbers when I did a partner push over the summer, and we got denied by Twitch as a part of it, and it's like, all right, that's fine. Yeah, I can only do random pushes at random times, because like the only reason I was doing it in the summer was I didn't have a kid to take to school in the morning. So that's why I'm here on YouTube. And oh, dude, yes, you got it, sir. So yeah, it's just not to wreck those kind of numbers, because we feel like there's going to be obviously a lot of excitement coming up into February. And the neat thing about us is that there's more than one of us, so we can actually hit a lot of different streaming platforms, without breaking any kind of terms of service. Hey, Zappard, how are y'all doing today? Oh yeah. And from a Gears perspective, I just got everything all melded. I don't think I'm over melded the right hand side. Let's see if I can do that while I wait. Actions and traits. Let's see here. Let's go equipped. What can I grab? Yeah, let's grab a direct hit. Oh, it's only got one of those. Let's see here. Direct hit 20. Determination. Might have to go get some more. I don't really have room for critical. But yeah, let me go grab some direct hits. Yeah, well, I mean, it's such a safe curve. I mean, you and I've talked about this like on Twitter and things like that. Like I've got everything except for Disciple, Hand, and Land. So it's just like, that's what this is. Like I'm gonna keep plugging away, just get all my, get as much as I can to level, cap, which all that's done. Blue Mage should go up here probably. I'm thinking February is when they're gonna drop the 0.5 patch. And so, yeah, I'm going to knock out as much as the gatherers as I can as well. And, yeah, it's just kind of like I've actually been using, and this is kind of fun. So if I go to, it's Duty, New Game Plus. I've been using New Game Plus as a method of what I need to kind of be working on. So, like, if I jump over in here, I haven't really done Hildebrand, and I know that they added a new trial fight. So that's just kind of like, I need to do that. So maybe I'll do some Hildebrand today. Dragon Song War, the Scholisticate, like there's a lot of little things. The Void Quest, obviously, that just came out with 5.4. The event, Tim, is actually on February the 5th, and that date, that's going to be at 7:30 p.m. in the evening. Right now, Chris, I, and Comic Storian are scheduled to kind of host that, and what we're thinking about doing is also opening it up, like, hey, we're at this, at our house, and have the event going on, have us kind of commenting on it, and then have a house party in game, so everybody's kind of watching on it, reacting with their characters, and just kind of overall just having a lot of fun and kind of making a big community event. So yes, and I would agree that 14 would be awesome if it came to Xbox. Hopefully that also means some kind of changes overall to the Xbox ecosystem. I would love to see gold go away, or if nothing else, then just kind of confirm, like, if you pay a subscription to a game, we're not going to require a secondary subscription in that regards, which they've done in the past. So there's historic precedence to it, but we'll have to wait and see. I personally would love to see 14 come into Game Pass, and I know Yoshi P commented on it that he doesn't think it will work. It's like, I guarantee you, there's a number, there's an amount of money that makes anything work in gaming this year. Not Independent Mender. Where's my merchant? There you are. There you are. All right, let's see here. I want direct hits. Oh, this guy sells lower level direct hit stuff. I needed to go. I was already in the right spot in Yulemore. All right, Yulemore. Well, pre-happy birthday, Shane. Just remind us on the event so we can have everybody wish you a happy birthday, Final Fantasy 14 style. There we go. Oh man, what do you guys want to see for 6.0? Because like Chris and I have been making some 6.0 videos talking about what we want to see. Like, what is it that you guys would like to see? I know I would say, and I would put thoughts in, from my conversation with Zoe, I'd love to see something along the lines where gear and traits, gear sets, things like that kind of make gear a little bit more interesting outside of kind of more the static stat climb. The stat climb is safe, but I think it'd be kind of neat to have content that preserve the raid, preserve Savage, preserve Ultimate in that regards for the community that likes that, but a shifting into kind of more mid-core content that is challenging, that allows you to kind of scale difficulty, but then having unique traits, whether it's merit points, whether it's perks on gear, things of that nature. I think would be kick-ass. Zabert says, I want to see more jobs. I also like getting geared for a little bit more customization. What jobs? Like, what would you like to see? I would say I would say if they gave me the option between adding new jobs and bringing in the sub-job system, I'd say buy new jobs, give me the sub-job system. But I'm a weird one. I think the sub-job system personally would just bring in a lot more options to players. Yeah, there we go. All right. Direct hit. Perfect. Yes. Meld that boy. A better and more personalized crafting system would already be an upgrade. Like, more so than the changes they've already made. Now, I haven't really touched crafting. I had all my crafters done, thanks to a big part of the community's help with that. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you know, all right, we're just kind of chilling here. Savage, Determination, Direct Hit plus 60, perfect. Nailed it. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if I can get it done. Let's see if we can do it. See if we can do it. Oh, we did it! I honestly, I'm going to say this in all truth. Like, the overmelding with that checkbox feels like it is a little bit in my favor. I have rarely failed these overmelds with the percentage and just saying just meld until it succeeds. And I'm wondering if that's either a bug or if Yoshi P is just like, whatever. Let's see here. I like when the items that you craft are very unique. I'd love to get some more thoughts on that, Fleb, what you're thinking about in that regards. See, I would say I'd like it to see like where raids, high-end content, fates. I'd like to see all of these things kind of like become more cohesive. But what I'm talking about, that ends up being pretty large. So 6.0 was originally probably on the schedule for probably June or July. However, obviously with all the delays with COVID and things like that, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see it sometime in September or October this year, Raven. Obviously, this is speculation at this point. Yoshi P says always wait for announcements, and the big showcase is going to be this February. Personally speaking, I would love to see them kind of conclude this story in kind of totality and do like a 14.2 in which it ends up being kind of like 1,000 years later, you know, like something of that nature where time has passed, big world-changing events have occurred, and we can preserve this game, and then you can kind of play this, you know, just kind of, I really would love to see them do what PSO2 New Genesis is doing, where it's like one connected game, but there's kind of this massive time gap. Well, we kind of already saw that from 1.0 to 2.0, but in this case where we wouldn't have to sacrifice like what Destiny did, but just kind of cutting content. It still hurts, guys. It still hurts. You know, honestly, I'm just gonna do it. Even though it's not max stats, it's still a little bit more. Oh man, my fear on that, Shane, and talking about reducing required hotbar spaces come into play where, like, I felt like we've lost, you know, Protect. We've lost some of these skills that I always kind of felt unique. And I think the sub-job system, like when I look at the healing issues, I would love to have some more damage output. I'd love to be like, imagine a white mage sub black mage. I'd love it if as a white mage I could cast Thunder on a group and dot them, you know, and have that ability, have that skill that I can use because I'm white sub black mage as opposed to some other options of that nature. Obviously, it'd have to be somewhat limited and restricted. You're not going to be an efficient sub black, but I think that would be kind of neat. Oh, thanks, Lazy Enigma. We had a little girl. Her name is Elizabeth. And she is gorgeous, and she's our smallest baby to date, coming in right at under 8 pounds, and she can scream like anything else, man. I tell you. But I'm getting, you know, Julie and I are getting some sleep. We've for the longest time, my whole strategy, especially with taking care of her and the kids, is like when the baby wakes up in the night, I get the baby up, change the baby, kind of hold her, let Julie kind of go do her thing, kind of let her wake up. So it's not like stressful, like, oh my gosh. So I kind of jump into the mix, and oh yeah. Okay, well, we'll come back to that in a minute. Now that we have a piece of content to run. Again, guys, if anybody wants to jump in and run some stuff today, like, I'm game for anything, really. Personally speaking, Chris and I have been doing our tower climb as a duo, Gunbreakers. So if anybody out there wants to do Heaven on High, I need silver chests. I am way under leveled and it really shows, so I wouldn't mind jumping into some Heaven on High today if you guys have that ability or you guys have that interest.
I'm the only one fit to protect her.
To think that this could be born from my memories.
Ah, missed him there.
That creature is passing on its ether.
Okay, lightning. I haven't actually tanked this fight yet, so it's like bound by faith. What is this? Oh, he's got a tether to somebody, so I bet he's gonna do something big over that one. Manish glory. Alright, mark.
A feeble shield protects nothing.
Burnt. Okay, so this is gonna be knockback.
How about you?
We lost a bunch of people there. Fire. Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
Get more fire.
Light claim you.
Okay, so fire means we need to go lightning in this case.
I sense a surge in the ether.
Oh, okay. I was just... No, you're good. Alright. Just making sure. Love you. Bye. She's like, I didn't mean to call. It's like, okay.
Come, show me your strength. Beast of my blood, answer my call.
Alright, sorry if I'm missing chat. I'll... Yeah, and I macroed that whole thing. Where's he at? Okay. Lightning. Oh, there we go. 2. Fire. Ah, I missed that one. I'm gonna wait.
Let's try something else.
The blade is imbued with light.
Bird strike. But that's a light, so that's gonna be a spread apart.
How about you? You're not going anywhere.
Just kind of pulling back this way a little bit.
The light will cleanse your sins.
Where'd he go? Alright.
The light's so strong. I can't sense anything else.
A feeble shield protects nothing.
So fire, I need to go here. Yep. This is going to be the spreader.
How about you?
Okay, lightning with burnt. Woohoo! Hey, what's going on?
A feeble shield protects nothing. Light claim you.
Burnt strike with fire.
How about you? You're not going anywhere. Oh!
All right, we got summoner party limit break.
A feeble shield protects nothing.
There he is. Woohoo! Gunbreaker on controller is actually really good. It's very comfortable. The only problem I ended up running into with it was a few things. Let me just open up that, okay? Legendary, yeah, we'll go need on that. Need, pass, need, pass. The, what I ended up doing is, like, and y'all probably saw, like, I kind of created a macro that is essentially continuation, plus all of this. It ended up freeing up a lot of actions that I have on my hotbar, which makes it a little bit more generally comfortable to play and enjoy the job itself. Now, again, not. So here's the story for anybody who's just coming in and joining in here on YouTube. The pin message is for Twitch. Like, so, a couple things. Y'all have just shown up on Twitch, and it's incredible. And so Chris has been streaming like 8 to 2, and I've been kind of joining him occasionally as kind of work has permitted. Now, I've been out with, on paternity leave, and so my work will start up this week, and we'll kind of get back into a habit of it. So he's been teaming up. He had Xandri on Thursday. This Tuesday, he's going to be doing some collab stream with Athis, and then Thursdays are going to be kind of Xandri, and I think there's just a lot of fun that we're going to be having on stream. The numbers themselves actually put us very close to hitting the numbers required to apply again for partner. And while we're not at this time asking for a partner push for help with that, but we are looking to try to grow the follower base to 10,000 this year. We're almost to 3. So if you guys enjoy more live content, top pinned link here in the videos is 10K. The reason I am not on Twitch right now is because I don't want to like sit here and say, like, if we look at it in February and we're like, oh man, we're close. Oh, we got this random stream from Brian that was 30 minutes long, and because, Julie needed me or something like that. So I was like, I'll come hang out on YouTube, knock out some weeklies, talk with you guys, get y'all's thoughts, and have a good time with it. Hey, what's up, Tundra? Thanks so much, by the way, for the support, Tundra. and being a member here on YouTube. I got some stuff UI wise that I'm hoping to have and kind of bring some freshness to the videos this week. So we'll see. Typically and traditionally, once we do officially become kind of that partner level, then I can kind of stream over to Twitch and play any number of games. But we just looked at it and we're like, holy crap, like Chris is like in the 70s, like on average, and that's just massive. So thank you guys for that support. And the original Ed Boy, thanks so much for hitting that follow button over on Twitch. It really does mean a lot. And so it was just like, well, what, should we, and I was like, well, I don't want to wreck it. I don't want to be the guy who messes it all up, just because I was like, I feel like Julie is like, go Brian, you've been great. Go play some games and have some fun. And things like that. So let me go and show you exactly what the continuation macro is, because I see Lucas actually talking about that, and I'm actually working on, and I'm going to clean this all up before I put the guide out, but an ultimate macro guide. There's so much there. There's so many things they've also added since the last time I kind of talked about macros more realistically, that I think it'll be kind of fun in that regards. I am thinking about switching over to Summoner for this next fight, because I am testing Summoner out. I don't like Summoner, but I think I wanted to put out a refresh guide on Summoner over on Ginger Prime. Where are you, continuation? Rip and tear. So one of the cool things, macro icon being at the bottom actually helps reduce a little bit of the lag in that. You see Gnashing Fang, continuation. Savage Claw, continuation. Wicked Talon, continuation. And honestly, it could be a lot cleaner than this. And that's actually, let's go ahead and test that out now. Because you can only do one at a time. I'm thinking, because Savage, if I miss it, no, I'm gonna keep it. Just for fear of futzing up the thing. So basically, it says use Gnashing Fang, and then when it goes to use it again, Gnashing Fang won't be ready, so it's going to use continuation. And continuation being off the global cooldown, I can just keep mashing until it fires off. Then it will use Savage Claw, which will be ready after Gnashing, and then I can use continuation again after that. Which essentially, the theory is that I actually hit Gnashing, then it'll hit continuation. It'll never actually hit this one. Then it will go down to Wicked. So actually, in theory, this could actually be the macro itself, because it's going to do fail through. So let's actually test this macro out as a change to see if it's a little bit cleaner. We'll go ahead head to the Hizzle, and then I'll put myself up in queue for the next one. Hey, what's going on, Smug Smog? See here, my thoughts. This work to game makes great content. Thanks for finding time for us. Thanks, Patrick. That really does mean a lot. Hot par. And that's the core issue with Summoner, and we'll talk about that actually when I'll show off my Summoner, is that there's so many little just one-off buttons that only come into play so rarely, and if they just kind of like match, because they all have that same function, right? Summoning Bahamut, summoning Fiend, like they should just be, like you can't use like anyway, we'll get into it here. Let's just get this going. So boom, boom, then again, boom, boom, yep. Boom, 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 boom. Genius. He's a genius, he says. So that actually works well. Actually, I think that's a little bit even faster. Let me go. Reset. No, I'm not going to mode at you. Reset. Nice. So yeah, that actually ends up being a little bit cleaner, because it's always going to fall through, hit continuation, off the global cooldown, we'll fire it. It doesn't actually go in either, and the other ones won't be ready until it's done. So rather than having it at the bottom, it's always going to be at the top itself. So, in theory, you could even put it at the very top, and kind of play around with that. So anyway, that's kind of that little macro. And what that ended up doing, because I used to have it all like boom, 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 or something like that. I had a Sonic break up here. I probably will refresh this guide, but as always, a disclaimer, macros can slow you down. As far as my PC specs, I am playing on the cloud. So I'm using Shadow PC right now, and so the game isn't actually rendered locally on my local machine, which my local machine's starting to die, and so I put out a tweet saying NZXT or Origin PC. I've been trying to save every penny that I can, and so I'm trying to get a new PC built, and that way I use it for work, for video editing, for live streaming and things like that. So I'm thinking about an AMD 5950X processor, a 3080 and graphics card. Try to go over 64 gigs of RAM. Trying to get an M2 drive for my operating system drive, and then I want like a cage because I just want to slot in mechanical drive after mechanical drive after mechanical drive. Rip and tear. Did I spell it wrong? Let me fix that because I'm sure I'd rather have it at least make me look semi-intelligent like on the video itself. All right, let's see here. Rip. Let me see here. Rip and TEAR. That looks like tear to me, but I don't know. I'm not the spelling guy. Cool. All right, let's see here. We'll keep it like that. Let's go. Some Muhammad Death Flare, Deadworm Transfer, all being one bot. Yes, David. Abso-freaking-lutely, David. David over on the Facebook, if you guys care about them. Thanks for watching on Facebook, David. All right, let's see here. Now, let's go back. Let's go to Summoner. I'm going to play around with that. And then I probably want to do an Expert Roulette as Summoner as well. Because I just wish. I want them to rework the whole daggum job. I really want a different Summoner next time. 85. I don't have any materia slotted. Let me head to Yulmore real quick, and let me see about a few things here. Yeah, because I've reworked Summoner, and it feels a little bit more comfortable. I'll go back into full screen mode for that. But as far as Shadow PC goes, it's I think it's right now they're adding in better features, so it's more the equivalent of a 1080 graphics card. It's got, super fast SSD and whatnot, so it's a pretty beefy machine itself. Relic and Promise, Disciples of Magic. All right, I can get some boots. Well, let's do an item comparison. So 480 to 510, that's definitely a boost. Let's go, and that's what I can get. So let's go ahead and grab the boots. A little bit of a boost there. Nice. Okay, and now you'll forgive me though, there is a part of this that I am not the best summoner anymore. It's been so long that a lot of this is just me trying to come back into it and kind of relearn it. So let's go and queue up, and hopefully I don't suck. That was Anamorphous. So we've got Litany. Litany is last in this case. So yeah, let me go actually to the dummy here because I need to hit some things to get. Where is Eggy Glamour Rax? What is this? Why is this the thing that continues never to exist? Oh, be still my broken heart. Let's go. See, I should probably Dreadworm Trance. So now I can be over here, pop this, and if I was doing AoE, I could do that, or I could still stay over here as well. Let's go ahead and pop that back on. See, I joined that together. Now I can summon Bahamut with this. Yeah, Summoner just is massively disconnected. Oh, Facebook has less lag. It's such a weird world, man. So now I should be able to, yeah. So yeah, I joined a lot of these buttons together. That's so cool. How is the Facebook experience? All right, now let's do this. And I have this over here, so I don't have to jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. So it's a little bit more comfortable. It's a little bit more comfortable. Oh, dude, I hope the focus went to Beast. But I know that people will wail because Beastmaster will be limited or whatever. Which is, it's like, just, I don't know. Like, just make content that's cool. Just be cool. Oh, man, I gotta wait now. That's the other thing I just find annoying. So now I can go Instacast, which is great. Do that, and I can just drop that on. Just overall, just boost my... Now I can do Bahamut. With a little Akmorn. And the thing I'm not doing is this. I'm not using my Eggy command, so I'm definitely like missing out. So I have him here so I can move around. Yeah, Summoner, I think they missed the mark. It just feels a little bit disjointed. Now, like, because then also when I have Phoenix out, I can't do those. So those are on, yeah, I want to have those up and burned out before... So that way I've got my free these guys. And those are also on the global, so I need to make sure I weave those in with some of this action. So now that those are up, I don't have the ability to do Bahamut, so now I'm just kind of waiting. Oh, dude, King, if it's a time mage, whether it's a healer, I'd prefer time mage as a DPS, but I would totally take time mage as a healer. Like, you're kind of like reversing the damage, right? You know, like, oh, okay. Just kind of like, oh, that actually never happened. I protected you from that. See, man. Let me think. I think there's like one of the things that like, because this is off the global cooldown, what would be really neat is to like, I'm glad I have them here so I can move and fire, but I honestly think it would be good to have them here as well. Yes, Patrick. Did they do new fights for blue? I haven't touched blue since I hit level 60. Now blue is supposed to be getting an update here in 535, 545, which based off of the fact that we're getting 541 tomorrow, tomorrow Tuesday, I would probably venture to bet that we'll probably see 545 in February, probably around the time of the event itself, because that will lead them obviously 5.5, looking into March, and then you go and have the build up probably of 6 months from 5.5, 5.5, so many numbers, sometime this summer, and then in the fall, whatever is going to come next in this case. Yeah, I'm completely zapped forgetting them, and that's a problem. And it's like, man, I used to love this job. See, I need to pair the pet actions with something that's off the global cooldown, or it just feels so slow. What kind of material? I just dropped some stuff in here. Zabrit, I do agree. Their AoE rotation is somewhat in here, but there's these, it procs randomly. You have, what is that, outburst or whatever? Yeah, not my favorite. Yeah, 5-10 gear to prioritize. Yep. Veiled it. All right, let's see here. Dude, King, Dragon Quest XI is incredible. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. $490. I don't know. I feel Red Mage has just... It's kind of that ebb and flow. Kind of that ping pong. Do, 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 and then you go. But it's been a little bit since I played Red Mage, so I'll probably have to jump into that as well. Alright. It is still in queue. I really want to kind of play around the summoner and suck at it and try to get better. Oh, the joys. The joys. Let's see here. Thanks for hanging out, Shane. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day as well. Appreciate it. Zabert says, right, but the only valuable you're planning on having deaths and learning new content or having them, the members learn. So yeah, I would say, like, if you're in a farming, you want to take a black mage. If you're in a progression, you want to take summoner or red mage, just because you can see more of the fight, get more an idea. So he says, Brian, by the way, I do my summoner bars is main bar for single target and a second ABR for AoE. Saves a lot of space on the main bar. Would you send me a screenshot of that, Zoe? Like on Discord, just so I can kind of get a good idea? Hey, finally. Yeah, I would say Red Mage is definitely the best starter for casters. Well, Summoner seems pretty easy, straightforward at the beginning. Now it just feels too floaty. If that makes any kind of sense. Also, the fun thing about leveling Summoner, David, is that you get the ability. Let's see, I thought I turned that off. All right, either way. Oh, I lost the music. That's weird. Wow, man. It's a whole different experience when the when the music drops out. 1 second. Probably that. I'll just kill it. Just shut her down. We'll restart her. It's like music died, response died. I can still type. So we'll see if we can get back in. Otherwise, we'll go back with the tank. It's like, that was gross. Yeah, if you know the fight as a black mage, Zap, if you know it, like you're gonna, I think you'll just destroy in terms of numbers because if you're able to pre-move, if you're able to like, okay, I know this phase is coming up, you'll end up obviously out easily out damaging the other jobs. But essentially, where if you don't know the fight, going in as something with a little bit more mobility can end up making it way easier to learn and have a better time with the game itself. So it's kind of interesting. Like that's why you almost kind of have those two mindsets. Why like as a player, it's like, oh, if you want to level and you really want to be a good black mage, you should pick also a summoner or a red mage. So that gives you that ability to learn without like necessarily getting frustrated. And then when you're really ready to step it up, so you kind of have to bounce between the two. Yeah, Zap. Yeah, ping me up and hit me up in Discord. And we can, I'd love to, again, I always like to get feedback as to how people have got it set up because I like to see what other people are doing as well. L203, what you should know. Alrighty. I'm going to turn on some music. It is still shutting down. I wonder if Shadow had a problem. There we go. There we go. Now it's starting getting ready. So did you level Yahora as a scholar? Yeah, Lucas, I think you're right. The Party Finder Pug groups having that utility, especially when you don't like when it's just a random team that's coming together, I think that ends up being much, much easier. Okay. See if we can let us back in. Yeah, the problem I run into, Lucas, right now is that I haven't played Summoner in so long. I'm still like trying to learn it. And so it's like, okay, trying to find two kind of things. Basically trying to attempt two things comfort level and then also understanding the full thing. And I had it where like I was double tapping like on the right trigger, like pop pop, always just double tapping to get into those, and it just wasn't enjoyable. It was more, I found myself more frustrated. And yes, I do need to keep those off. And that's where I was like, I'm wondering if I don't want to macro them because they're global cooldown, and you miss out on that queue time for the ability. So it's very rare that I would even think to do that. But like, I don't like where they are. I like where they are in terms of their mobility. I don't like where they are in terms of their function. Did the app have an update? I think it's YouTube. David's over on the Facebook side of things, and he says that it's actually better on the Facebook side in terms of lag. I've got it set to like ultra low latency. We've in the past, like, when I was kind of looking up like different stats, they're saying like, yeah, for YouTube you want to have it. I go in there and there's David timing in. David saying maining dancer, but already had another ranged in the group trying to properly learn summoner for savage. and it duplicated it because it's Facebook.